not too excited about this one. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Jake here and welcome to another episode of Analyzing My Short Films, part 3 of 5. Today we're looking at my short film, The Essay. This is one that I'm not too particularly proud of. I made this as my first project for my film production class, my senior year of high school, which would have been fall 2017 is when I would have made this. And it's not good, so we're just gonna dive right in. Yeah, just, whew, it's bad. I was very proud of this title sequence. This took forever to do because I had to record it right. Good old copyright-free music. That transition I am so proud of. I really wanted to get a cool looking transition, and that I'm really proud of. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This is really stupid. I just had him like, this is, yeah, it's bad. It's real bad. Yeah, we'll pause it there. That was supposed to be a dream sequence. I just wanted it to seem like he was happy. And he wakes up in this classroom and, yeah, wasn't good. I just kind of told him to do whatever he wanted, and that shows. Also, that terrible sound effect, that terrible stock sound effect. It's what I had, and I'm not proud of it, but it's what we got. Let's keep going.
So please don't forget about that
The empty classroom.
Assigned a long time ago. This is a really important essay because it has a huge impact on your important college career.
She talked so quietly, and I had to turn the volume up so loud, so you hear like every little bit of sound that I recorded in that room.
This is really long, huge, important essay is due in a short amount of time.
We'll crack it.
Alright, we're gonna stop it there. A couple things to address. Like I said, the sound was atrocious because she talked so quietly, so I had to crank the volume up anytime she talked, pretty much. The empty classroom is... I don't know what's up with that. I mean, we recorded this during the school day, so the two people that I filmed with had an off period when I had that class. So that's when I really could film everything. And my drumline director, he had an empty classroom at the time, and so we just filmed in there because it was convenient. And yeah, it wasn't very good. And well, crikey, I wanted him to say something like he was worried, like something happened, because basically, if you didn't hear what you said, the teacher is basically like, hey, you got this essay going on and it's due tomorrow, don't forget it, it's this huge important essay, and I wanted him to have this like, well, crap moment, and we just kind of zoom in on that, but it just comes off as comedic and terrible, and I don't like it.
Crack it.
I'm actually proud of that tracking shot, could have kept it more even. Again, more stock sound. I wish I had a better shot selection here. It's really basic, doesn't go on for very long. Spend way too much time on this shot. Yeah, because it shows 3 pages being printed. Let's stop there. This is an important editing note because I didn't really know, I guess, the ins and outs of editing and flow. I didn't really have much of a sense for that. And this is actually kind of what helped kick off the feeling of flow, and I got into Edgar Wright right about this time too, who is very much well known for fast-paced editing and just everything in his movies moving so quickly, and I really felt that this moved really slow. Even though it's only a 3-minute short, it just moved insanely slow. And so after this, I got a nice sense of, being able to pick up the pace a little bit with editing. And editing is such an overlooked aspect of filmmaking, but it's so important. And the sad thing is, not a whole lot of the general public even knows the importance of editing and the significance of it, and that's a really sad thing. So yeah, I mean, other than people thinking something's too long or too short, that's really about all they know about editing, and I think editing is important, so I think people should learn more about editing before they watch movies and stuff like that. So yeah, editing is important. Yeah, Chariots of Fire, slow motion. He feels proud of himself. He did his essay. I like what he went for here. I just was like, hey, just celebrate, you know. I kind of let him take the reins at that part. It was funny. It was fun. Funny thing about that, actually, I have this on YouTube, and that actually hasn't been copyright striked yet. So I don't know if Chariots of Fire is just open domain or if they just haven't noticed. Please don't copyright strike me, please. Spend way too much time on these titles. I just wanted to make sure people had time to read them.
Oh, you finished? Oh. I should say I didn't expect this from you.
Another clip where she talks way too quietly, and so the sound mixing is terrible in this thing. Yeah, it's dumb. I know it is. Yeah. So well, that's about it. It stops on the whole classic 90s freeze frame with my credits kind of going everywhere. So that's it. Let's reflect a little bit. There's a lot about this short film that doesn't work for me. The directing could have been so much better. The writing is sloppy. The editing is just a train wreck. The sound is awful. And I think what hurt this film the most is that I didn't spend enough time working on this thing. This was just a very rushed process, and not in the sense that my last short film was, which was Flicker. This was just poorly done. This was lazy, and I think it was because there was a decent gap in between doing Flicker and doing this, and so there was a lot of time in between that, and I guess I had just grown lazy with it. And I didn't really spend enough time in that time period working on anything, and I think that really hurt me, just, you know, not doing anything and just feeling super lazy about it. And that's kind of how this short film came out. I think that's kind of funny that this wasn't very good, because in this frame, the top right corner, there's a sign that says "Mediocrity Stinks," which I think is hilarious. But I think the moral of the story is take your time with your short films. I did not spend near enough time on this short film, and I really wish I could have, because this is terrible. It is a step in the opposite direction, because I think Flicker is better than this. This is just poorly done, poorly executed, and it could have been so much better. It had potential to be so much more, but it was just lazy. I didn't spend enough time working on this thing, and that's what hurt it in the long run. So take your time with everything that you do, working with your actors. Make sure they have enough time to know the script and to really dig into what it's about. Even if it's just a stupid comedy like this, really make sure that your actors know, and make sure you get suggestions from people, because I just wrote the script. I didn't get help from anybody, and that could have been better too. I could have collaborated with people, but I just did what I thought was best. I didn't seek feedback from anybody. I just kind of wrote something and I did it, and I didn't rely on anybody else's feedback. So don't be afraid to receive constructive criticism. Spend more time on everything that you make, even if it seems like it's a really long process. Don't be afraid to take your time and to make sure it's right. I am spending a lot of time on the short film that I'm currently working on, which will be live on YouTube April 27th. But I've been working on this short film since about October or November, and really marinating this idea and really crafting what I want to work on. And I haven't even started shooting yet, which I will soon, and I'm very excited about that. But I've just been working with my actor and the other people involved, and I've been getting feedback and really making sure that this short film is the best that I can. I've been planning a lot of technical aspects, which I'm so excited to try out. And because I'm spending so much time on it, it's making me feel prouder of my work. This I'm not proud of because it feels rushed. I didn't spend enough time on it, and ultimately it wasn't good. And because I'm spending so much time on this short film, I feel more prouder of it. So if you want to be more proud of what you put out there, spend more time on it and seek feedback, because I promise you those two things will help save your project. So that's going to wrap up this episode of analyzing your short films. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said earlier, be on the lookout for my next short film therapy coming live to YouTube April 27th. And be on the lookout in 2 weeks for the next analyzing my short films episode. We're going to be talking about Valet, which is one of my personal favorite short films that I've ever done. I'm really excited to talk about it, so tune in 2 weeks and see what I have to say about it. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.